So, guys, Adam from Propy. We are on Propy Weekly Webinar 131. How time flies when you're talking all things Web3, title, and real estate. We have our VP of Title and my friend Anna Atencio. Anna, how are you?
Doing well, very well. Thank you, Adam.
You've got your colleague out in Colorado, two Colorado experts with us today. Jennifer Brasenio from EXP Denver. Jennifer, how are you?
I'm great. Thanks so much for asking.
Off camera, Anna was bragging about what a great realtor you are out in Denver.
Yes.
So we are talking Web3, real estate, and title and escrow in today's market, which is a whole conversation on its own. So let's start from the top. Question I always ask agents, and I want to hear from you first, Jennifer. What is the market looking like out in Denver? Always a very interesting, kind of overwhelmingly positive market. Have you guys finally slowed down, or is it still pretty good out there?
Yeah, well, as you know, interest rates have gone up. So anytime interest
I've
rates,
heard that.
Yes. Yeah, they have gone up, and they're trying to control inflation. So by raising interest rates, they're trying to do market correction, and it has been shifting, which I know other markets have been too, and so it is slower than what it has been a couple months ago or even the past couple years. So it definitely has changed. It has slowed down. Now I'm mentally preparing my sellers that you're not going to get 10 plus offers in less than 24 hours. It may take 30 to 90 days for your house to sell. We really have to prepare their house for the market and make sure we're pricing properties correctly. That is huge to getting houses to sell in a timely manner out here. So just making sure their house, is decluttered. They do the necessities of getting it ready, carpet paint if needed, and also just pricing it correctly in our market, just because with interest rates going up, it did price a lot of buyers out of the market. So they can't afford to buy what they used to be able to afford to buy even just at the beginning of the year. So yes, it has slowed down some, but our house is still selling, yes, and our buyers still buying, yes. We are implementing 2-1 buy downs, which is a great program for buyers to be able to get into a home. It's basically marry your house and date your interest rate for just a couple years, because what goes up will come back down. So, so yeah, and I'm even talking about loan assumptions, which is something that I don't know if a lot of people are tapping into that, but I'm like, if the seller has a 2.5 interest rate, I'm going to get that interest rate for my buyer. So that is something too. I'm just thinking outside the box on things I can do to make it affordable for my buyers and make their dreams come true still of owning a home, because nothing is impossible. The word impossible says I'm possible, and I don't ever want buyers to give up, even with interest rates being high. There's always a solution to everything.
You ever watch that Anchorman where Will Ferrell goes, boy, that escalated quickly? Talking about the street fight. It feels like the market went from like these great rates to 2-1 buy downs and loan assumptions. Got really ugly in a hurry, but I think a lot of it is just setting expectations.
Yes, exactly.
If you bought a house 7 years ago and you got 7% interest and you came back into the market today, you probably think, oh, this is pretty good. But if you bought a house 2 years ago, you're like, man, this is really not good. It's almost doubled. And so a lot of it is setting expectations. Let me kind of loop around. You said setting realistic expectations. Are you having to deal with sellers who still think they should get multiple offers in a week, or do most people understand that a healthy absorption rate is between 4 and 6 months?
My sellers definitely understand the market is shifting. So, and it is really just that conversation and communicating clearly with them about how our market is, and that isn't going to happen. So me personally, I'm not running into that issues right now where people have that expectation that they're going to get all these offers and crazy amount over asking.
Right. So you and I were talking. I know a lot of the EXP group out there in Colorado. We just did a Prop Academy for about 40 or 50 agents there at the Denver board with Nobu and EXP. You guys had a big conference. What was it, last week or 2 weeks ago out in Vegas?
Yes, it was October 11th through October 14th. And it's the EXP Con.
Yeah.
And it's a huge event that EXP throws on. And it's a lot of, they bring in a lot of great speakers. They have a lot of classes, a lot of information. It's really, really beneficial for all of the real estate agents to attend this.
I do find it ironic that they love the metaverse, but then when it comes to having a party in Vegas, they're all for IRL.
Yes. Yep. They love their metaverse and they love their parties.
Yeah, they love the cost of the metaverse meetings, but they love the drinking at the real ones. So
I
Anna,
know.
as we evolve into kind of it's funny and it's not by accident, but the real estate market and the crypto winter kind of are married up pretty closely. The crypto winter was about a month ahead of the real estate market, but they both followed the overall economy turn. But Anna, as we look at kind of what we do at Propy Title and Escrow and what we do in these kind of shifting markets, is there anything that we do from a title and escrow perspective that would make an agent more competitive in a market like this, or make a listing more appealing in a market like this? Is there anything we can do from a title and escrow perspective to help agents through, I wouldn't say it's a tough market, but it's definitely more headwinds than there were 60 days ago?
Sure. Well, as everybody out there who knows Propy, we have the CCA course. Jennifer is a CCA certified agent. That's a crypto certified agent. And, this allows for, just like Jennifer said, thinking outside of the box. If you have a crypto buyer, we can help those buyers purchase a property with cryptocurrency. Our platform allows for them, any agent listing a property to check that box that says, yes, we will accept cryptocurrency. That doesn't necessarily mean that the seller has to accept cryptocurrency, but, because we do a conversion, and that's a service that we provide at Propy Title so that agents can, continue to do what it is that they do best. And we take on the reins of helping their buyers convert their funds, the funds that are necessary to convert. Now, that doesn't mean that every transaction is going to be the same. As we all know, in this market, every transaction is different, just as different as every street address. Every transaction is different, even though it's down to a traditional type transaction. When you add cryptocurrency on top of it, it's just another layer. But it must be known that a traditional transaction takes place no matter what. We still do the search. We still do the examination. We still go through escrow. But the funds that are required for a transaction, that's where the difference comes in. In the event that we need, if it's a wallet-to-wallet transaction, you have a wallet, and the seller is going to accept it. The buyer sends it. That's great. That's done outside of closing. You have other fees that are required to be paid, and that's your municipalities, taxes, HOAs, commissions, everything that happens in a transaction. There are some fees that you cannot pay with cryptocurrency. Therefore, a conversion is required no matter what. You got payoffs. Payoff lender isn't going to accept cryptocurrency for their payoff. So those are the things that need to factor in, and we at Propy Title can help with that.
Jennifer, from a realtor's perspective, as you're looking from the buyer specifically, hey, I want to buy, clearly I probably missed the boat a little bit as it relates to rates, but a lot of times people move not by choice, but because of lifestyle. They got a new job, they're having a baby, they're going through maybe a divorce, whatever it might be. I don't know what I mean. There's good reasons and bad reasons. And so people are still going to move, whether it's 6.55 million homes like it was last year, or 4.9, whatever we think it's going to be. How do you set expectations from a buyer perspective? Hey, you might pay a little bit more in rate, but we're going to pay less for the house, possibly. We can be choosier for the house. We can be more selective. We can maybe get them an inspection where we couldn't do that a year ago. What's your game plan and making the buyer feel like they're kind of getting a good deal, if that's such a thing.
Yes, yes, and that's a great question that you're asking, Adam. I personally think it's a great time right now for buyers to purchase a home. They don't have to compete with all these offers. They don't have to waive inspection. They have the opportunity to actually throw a contingency in their offer as well, giving them time to sell their home. Before, when the market was crazy competitive, I mean, if you had a contingency, your offer just didn't even get looked at. And so now it's an opportunity where buyers can go in, they're not competing with any other offers. They can actually ask for seller concessions to help with the rate buy down. They can ask for longer closings now, and loans that, you know, the house needs work, loans that we can implement that we weren't able to, such as like the 2 or 3K loans that FHA offers to be able to fix up houses. Like those are coming back as well too. And I think it's a great time for buyers to take advantage of not having to compete in the market right now, getting a better deal on the house. I'm able to get really good deals on houses right now for my buyers. And I think that's exciting. I mean, it's definitely a different feel for buyers right now than what it was a couple months ago, because a couple months ago it was just so stressful. It was just hard for buyers. It was tough. They were, you know, feeling defeated. And now it's like, hey, tables have turned. Buyers have some more power. They can actually, you know, get a good deal on a house, get some seller concessions paid, and just really take advantage of doing, you know, not having to waive inspections. So I think, you know, it's all about perspective too, like how you look at it. You can look at it a negative way or a positive way, and it's just choosing to see the positive in the current situation, because there's a lot of positive in it.
Yeah, I think there's, you know, I think if you bought a house in the last 4 or 5 years, it sucked. It's not been fun. I mean, buying your next house should be, I don't know, something crazy as you might get to look at it twice before you have to put an offer that, you know, like you might be able to look at it and sleep on it and
Yes.
actually go back again. And, you know, that's a crazy concept. I read an article, I might be making the stat up, but one of the two, I think over 60% of agents in the business today have never had to work in a market that wasn't just so pro seller. I think it'll be interesting from a realtor's perspective, you know, how to focus on, you know, getting listings and keeping them happy and actually marketing a home in a way that is more than just popping an MLS.
Yes, that's really, really important. I think implementing the past couple of years, agents haven't had to implement their marketing plans that they have just because the market was so competitive. You throw it on the MLS and it was gone in a couple of days. But now really implementing the marketing plans and putting those in place, doing your video advertising, your YouTube, and everything else that you do to market your property is really, really important. And I think it's important for sellers to know that the agent is actually doing more than just putting a sign in the yard and putting your listing in the MLS. I think it's important to know as a seller that your house is really, you know, being marketed and they're doing everything to maximize exposure to get them fast results.
Yeah, and in a market like this where buyers aren't outweighing sellers such an extreme amount, finding the right buyer for your seller is important. Finding an offer that's actually going to go to close is really important, so you don't have to go back on market.
Yes.
There's a lot of nuance to it that I don't think a lot of people are used to.
Yes, very, very true.
What's specific about the Denver market that people probably would be surprised by? I know I travel all over the country. I have for a long time, and everybody says, "Oh, Adam, this market's completely different." And I kind of roll my eyes like, but I think like Denver, Austin, Nashville, obviously New York, San Francisco, but you kind of expect that. But there are certain markets like Denver where the volatility, and I know it's just because it's such a transplant city, or if it's because you've had, I think it's like 28 years of appreciation in a row. Like, what makes Denver so unique?
Denver, I mean, there's so many people from all over the world that want to move to Denver. I mean, we're a state where we have the 4 seasons. There's a lot of career growth out here. There's a lot of just so much opportunity with, you know, careers, colleges, 4 seasons, and the beautiful Rocky Mountains. So I think Denver in general will just always be a strong market and a demand of where people want to live, people want to move. It's a great state to live in, a great city, and continues to change, evolve, grow in positive ways as well.
Yeah. You can talk about that, Andy. You love Colorado. You love it so much you moved back.
Yeah.
Well, I am a native of Colorado, and this is home. Somehow I always come back. I don't think I'll, if I leave again, I'm sure I'll be back. This is where my family is. And, the times that I have moved were mainly for either business or, mostly business or, being in the military. Those were times that I had to move. So, Colorado, as crazy expensive as it has become, I still call this home, and I'm glad to live here. It's beautiful. It's the four seasons, you can't beat it. And we don't have to worry about hurricanes, so we don't have to worry about there's hail, it comes and it goes. Of course, the insurance rates are higher because of hail damage and things of that nature, but I think that's across the nation. We have to deal with that. So Colorado is a beautiful place to live, especially because we have the Rocky Mountains, lakes everywhere, no ocean, but lakes large enough to water ski and take the place of doing any kind of surfing. So
yeah, the only town there that I think I roll my as Boulder. That's the one where I just kind of roll my eyes. That's even for me, as left as I am. Even for me, Boulder's too much. I go to Boulder, I said, this is too much for me. I'm too old. It's just too much.
Different strokes for different folks. Sure.
Yeah. You got that right. So Jennifer, what are some of the ways Brasenio, like Arsenio, Jennifer Brasenio, what are some of the ways that you have or other realtors have used their CCA to attract maybe like-minded buyers or sellers? And this is where I think that the common person doesn't really understand real estate. They think their realtor is really good at transacting on a home, which they are, but really good realtors are good at that, but they're also really good at marketing themselves. Because if you don't market yourself, no one's just coming to your office or your house and saying, hey, I want you to list my house. And oh, by the way, it's super competitive. It's the most competitive sales job in the world. And oh, by the way, you don't get a salary. If you don't sell anything, you literally go hungry. So what are some of the ways that you've used the CCA to attract new buyers and sellers?
Yes, I think it's been an absolute honor and blessing to even receive the CCA, and that's one thing I love about Propy is they're able to offer this certification to realtors to be able to and expand their knowledge with blockchain, metaverse, NFTs, cryptocurrency. And I think a lot of people, it's so innovation happens so quickly, and this cryptocurrency grows so quickly, and a lot of people just don't understand how to connect real estate with it. And so I think telling people like, hey, I'm a CCA certified agent. I can help you with all your cryptocurrency transactions. I work with an amazing title company, the only title company right now that's using blockchain, which I love. And it's just it's so awesome. It's so cool. And I really feel like our future is headed this way. And I just love the opportunity to be able to, I was just on the back end system today, just uploading one of my listings on the back end. It took me like 2 minutes to put my listing up there, but that was a great way, another way for me to market my listing for cryptocurrency buyers out there. So I just think just being able to expand, being knowledgeable in that area, being able to offer a service that a lot of realtors can't offer is super, super beneficial to buyers and sellers.
That's cool. Yeah.
That's awesome. Totally awesome. Because, blockchain, as important as we know it is, there's a lot of folks out there that are not educated in the space. So I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to hear about it. And they close their doors, not realizing that the security benefits that blockchain brings to their clients is unreal. Because in the title industry, as we all know, that is our largest challenge. Our largest challenge is protecting the consumer's data, the consumer's money, everything in blockchain is amazing. Like, so I always tell people, because they say, why blockchain? What is blockchain? And the simplest way to explain blockchain is that just as the internet transfers data, blockchain transfers value. And I think it's so important that people understand that, because blockchain isn't going away. It's going to be here forever. And, you know, as we transfer that value, we record that deed not only in the county, but also on blockchain. Everybody's information is protected. It's an immutable record. It can never be changed. And, you know, it's solid. There's not anything that anybody can do to change that data. So it's incredible. I love this company. I love what Propy has done, what it stands for, and where we're going in the future of real estate.
Yes.
Couldn't have said it better. Yeah. So what do you guys, so a couple things. We try to keep these at 25 minutes, but Jennifer, if somebody wanted to find you to buy or sell there in Colorado, but also if anybody watching this from other parts of the country want to send you referrals, how would they get a hold of you?
How would they get a hold of me? So they could call me on my cell phone. They can email me. They can reach out to me in multiple different ways. Social media. So my social media is Jennifer Briceño, Realtor Expert on Instagram. My
Jennifer Briceño, Realtor Expert
on
on
Instagram.
Instagram.
And then on Facebook, I'm just Jennifer Briceño. And I'm with EXP Realty, and my cell number is 720-472-2131. And my email is myrealtortoday@gmail.com.
myrealtortoday@gmail.com. Jennifer Briceño, by far, is the best realtor that I've ever worked with to buy and sell property. She is your go-to in the Colorado market.
Oh, thank you so much, Anna. And
Yes.
you are the best title I've ever worked with as well, too. And I love
Thank
working
you.
with you. And I love what Propy's doing. It is so exciting. I just love it.
Yes, thank you very much.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, I mean, you guys are telling each other great each other. Adam, I want to tell you, Adam, you're the best. People love you. Smile, wake up. People love you. No, that's that Jack Handy. No, thanks for being on, Jennifer. We appreciate your business with the title and escrow. Everybody in the Propy team knows you. We love you. Excited for what you're doing. Excited for what EXP is doing there in Denver. I think you guys are growing. I made a joke the other day, Jennifer, on stage. I said, if EXP could just figure out how to recruit, and this lady goes, you know, we recruit very well at EXP. And I said, you don't understand sarcasm, young lady.
Yeah.
Clearly you understand.
Yes.
So, but anyway, you guys are doing big things out there. The market, actually, the data for Denver looks really, really good. So
Yeah.
I think you guys are going to have several good years ahead of you. So, so I think you're fortunate there. So
still a strong market.
Thanks for hopping on. Anything else you guys want to end with?
No, just thank you so much for having me today. And it was great talking. And I'm looking forward to the next one.
Thank you for being here.
Yes, thank you so much. Have a
Thanks,
blessed
everyone.
day. Bye.
See you guys.
You too.
See ya.
See ya.
Bye.
And join us next week, same time, same place for episode 132. Thank you, everybody, for joining the call today. Bye-bye.